Moving ahead in our study of Google Sheets and things you can do with this program, sometimes, if you're, let's say you're a retail business person, and again, kind of like we did in our very first assignment, you're selling some kind of product, and week by week, you're going to want to keep track of the data of your product sold like every week. It's not just going to be a 1 week thing. It's going to happen over and over and over. Or if you're a teacher and you teach a class and you're keeping track of scores on tests and homework and quizzes and things like that, it's very likely that you don't just teach that class once. If you're a middle school or a high school teacher, you probably teach it 2 or 3 or 4 times. And so you have different kids in the room, but you're given the same tests and quizzes and everything. It's just that it's with different kids at different times, and so you kind of need, there is a need for having a sheet set up and then having another copy of it, and then maybe having another copy of it, and could even have another copy of it. And that's what this is about. It's about having multiple sheets that look very similar, but you can adjust them and make them all different. All right, so you're looking at the handout right now. This will be posted on Google Classroom and has everything that I'm about to demonstrate on it. But I want to make sure that you understand, what is required on the assignment. So watch this demo, and I'll show you what's going on. Here's what the sheet looks like. This will be linked up on Google Classroom as well. So when you open it, it'll make a copy for you, and you'll be ready to go. Notice a couple of things up here. I've made this a math class. If you want to change that to something else, go ahead and change it. But this says Math Period 1. And then on this first page, I think I'll just leave these. And you could leave these too if you want to. I've got Timmy Thompson, Jimmy Johnson, and Sally Smithson. 3 students. I made it all up if you can't tell. And 3 students is all we need. This is just an example. It's not like we're not going to do a class of 25 students or anything like that. All right, so now real quickly, let's work on a scale of 1 to 100. We got to plug in some test scores. So we're going to say that, there's Timmy's test scores, and here are, let's go, there's a 94 and an 87 and an 80 for Jimmy. And then Sally comes along and gets a 98 and a 91 and an 83. All right, so their test scores are in, right? Got that done. Okay, excuse me. Now, over here, these are typical gradebook calculations. If you're working on a point system, you want to know how are we doing? What are the total points? Well, that's just a sum formula, but I'm just going to, if you wanted to try and drag across and make it work, you could. I'm just going to write it. It's not that hard, right? I'm going to go equals, sum, parenthesis. Where is Timmy's first score? It's in C8, so I'll say C8. I'll put in a colon. Where is Timmy's test 3? That's in E8, so I'll say E8. I'll close the parentheses. Google Sheets is showing me what it's going to do. I'm going to press the Enter key. I'll go back to where it says 263 and grab the duplication handle and drag it down. Bingo, got it. All right, and the way this assignment is going to work, there's going to be a little work to do on the first page, and then on the others, it's going to go a lot faster. All right, so now we got to do a test average. This kind of gives you, usually this is kind of how a grade is figured. You get the average score on things, and then that gives you an indication of the grade. All right, but again, I'm just going to write the formula. I don't think it's that difficult to write the formula. All formulas start with equals, so I'll do that. Then it's going to be average. Okay, I'll do that. I'm going to put in a set of parentheses. Cool. And we said that Timmy's test 1 is at C8, so I'll just C8. Put in a colon. And then his test 3 is at E8, so I'll just type that in, close those parentheses, press the Enter key, and I've got the average calculated. He's at an 87.667. I'll grab that and duplicate it down. Cool. All right, now another thing, boy, this will be a shocker. You got to format this a little bit. All right, so I'm going to center everything up there, I think, and I might make everything a little bit larger. And you know me, I'm a sucker for shading, so I'm going to shade that some. And I've kind of got it. That'll work. You can make these up here a little bit bigger too, and you could do what you want as far as formatting goes. All right, there, yay, cool. All right, Now this is where we get into the real meat of the assignment. That really wasn't that big of a deal, right? We plugged in some scores. We wrote a couple of quick formulas. And by the way, the formulas are on the handout. If you think, what was that formula? Look on the handout. I've got examples of it on there. All right. So there we go. Now, what we're going to do is pretend you're a teacher, and you don't just have one math class, right? This says math period 1. You've got a period 2 class and a period 3 class and a period 4 class, right? Or whichever period, you can have a period off if you want. And if you're wondering, okay, how many of these do I have to do? Right? What's the assignment? How many do I have to do? Here it comes. A total of 5. We've already done 1. You have to have a total of 5. Dun, dun, dun. But look, it's going to go a whole lot faster on the rest of them because watch what's going to happen. I'm going to select everything about that. Look, I'm going to start up here at A1 where it says math, and I'm going to drag all the way down to H10 where that test, I'm going to select all of it. All of it. And I'm going to copy it. You can do edit, copy, or Control C. And I'm going to come down here way to the bottom left-hand corner, and there's a plus sign way down here that says Add Sheet. All right, it's way down at the bottom. It's over on the left-hand side. I'm hovering over it right now, and I'm going to click it. Boom. A new sheet gets added. Now I'm going to do a right-click on here, and I'm going to rename that. All right, if you're a teacher, you want to make sure, I don't want it just to say, excuse me, I don't want it to just say sheet 6 or sheet 2 or whatever it pops up with. I want this to say, let's say that I have a second period math class. All right, so I'm going to call it period 2. And right up here at A1, I am just going to, what I do a second ago, I copied, so I'm going to paste. Okay, now I just got to make some changes, right? We can't just leave it like that. The classes don't have the same students and they don't score the same scores. So I got to come up here and I'll just kind of double click in there and say, okay, this is period 2. This is not period 1. So I'm going to get into that cell and just fix that. All right, got to change the names, right? So I've got characters from Friends in this class. Rachel Green, Ross Geller is in this class, and so is Joey Tribbiani. All right, and the other thing is they don't get the same scores as what those other students did. So real quickly, I'm going to change the scores, but guess what? You don't have to change the formulas because the formulas are going to work. Watch when I change these scores. When I come along here and I say, okay, Rachel got a 97 on her first test, and then she got an 83 or an 82, and then she got a 91, and look. Those numbers down here are updating automatically as soon as I plug in new test scores. So I'll just run back over here to Ross, and let's say that Ross got a 65 on that test, didn't have a very good day, and a 75 on that test. He got a little better, and then he goes up to an 82, and so he's getting a little better. And you'll notice that the total points and the test average are just updating automatically because that's what a formula does. All right, and now Joey, let's see, Joey had a 98, and then he got a 99, and then he got a 100. Everybody just thinks Joey's not that smart, but look, he's pretty bright. Now, this one should be formatted a little bit differently than the other one, even if you just do this. Even if I came along and said, okay, this is period 2, so I'm just going to shade it with a different color. Just color code it. You could do more formatting if you wanted to. You could change fonts, you could add borders, you could do whatever, but even if you just did this, it would count for me. It's okay by me. All right, so now we just got to continue this process. Now, we've said very often in here, if you copy once, do you really have to copy again? Not really. Could if you wanted to. Don't really have to. I'm going to come down here to the plus sign. That's going to add a new sheet. I'm going to right click and I'm going to rename it, and I want this to be period 3. Boom. And I'm going to make sure I'm in cell A1, and I'm going to paste that. I will do Control V, and now this is not going to be period 1 anymore. This is going to be period 3, and I got to get in here and make all those kinds of I got to get in here and make all those kinds of changes again. So this is going to have Peter Parker, and I'm going to have Bruce, Banner, and I'm going to go with Bucky Barnes. Marvel fans are with me there. Oops, I didn't. This is just should be Bucky, and then Barnes. Okay, got it. And again, you've got on every class, you've got to change the scores. Don't just keep copied scores. So let's say that Peter Parker, he was pretty smart. He gets a 97, he goes a 91, and then he goes a 98. And they're going to update, whoops, a 980. Yeah, that's pretty good. And Bruce Banner goes, we'll give him a 65 and an 89 and an 88, and boom. And then Bucky Barnes gets a 96, an 87, and a 91. You just plug in the numbers, and the formulas are going to update automatically. And again, don't leave a formatting that you used on another class. And again, you don't have to do that much. Come along here and say, well, I'm just going to shade it different. Okay, that's good enough. All right, I'm not trying to make this super hard, so I'm going to hit the plus sign again. I'm going to right-click. I'm going to go to rename, and I'm going to give this math teacher, whoever it is, gets period 4 off. That's their prep period. So this is now going to go to period 5. All right, I'm skipping 4 because they get a prep period, and I'm going to paste in again, and so you're getting the idea. I'm going to finish up super fast. This is period, whoops, I said 5, didn't I? So I'm going to go 5, and here we have Hermione Granger. Oops, I got to hit the tab key or move over there. We got Hermione Granger, and we've got Ron Weasley, and of course we have Harry Potter. No, don't put it all in one cell. P-O-T-T-E-R. I can't type. O-T-T-E-R. And then we have to switch up the scores. Of course, Hermione, don't you know what Hermione's going to get? She's always on top. She probably did bonus also. Ron, yeah, I like Ron. Not always the academic type. Harry, yeah, a little up and down for Harry. All right, so there we go. They've got scores, they've got total points, they've got averages. They need to be formatted a little bit differently. Get a color I haven't used yet. We'll go purple. I should have used Gryffindor colors. Oh, well, that's okay. I got one more to go. I'm going to hit the plus sign one more time. We're going to go rename, and this is going to be, I'll do a period 6. We're only going to do 5. Really, a math teacher in our building would probably have 6 classes, but we're only going to do 5. Let's paste in one more time. Let's make this math period 6. All right, and let's switch up names. What kind of names shall we use this time? Let's go Peter Quill. Let's go Baby Groot. And let's go, I don't know Gamora's last name. Anybody know Gamora's last name? She was Thanos' daughter. Excuse me. All right. Peter Quill, again, great guy, not the academic type really so much. Baby Groot is probably going to ace like everything. Bonus work, and Gamora, she's pretty smart, right? She's pretty bright. Whew, okay, bingo. And then we got to take that and we just got to format it and give it some kind of different buzz. All right. So now if we go back down and look real quick, we've got period 1, period 2, period 3, period 5, and period 6. And they all have a real similar structure because really what I did was copy and paste them. But this is a real life situation. Sometimes you're in situations where you set up one page that you set up a certain way, and then you want to kind of use that over and over. So we, excuse me, we just did it. We did it. All right. Once you've done this kind of thing, it's ready to turn in. Bingo, bango, bongo. Off you go.